George McMillan here. I'm documenting what happened with Hurricane Isaac in our neighborhood. Today is Thursday, August the 30th. Interesting enough, yesterday was August 29th, the 7th anniversary of when Katrina came through here. Anyway, Isaac was not near as big a storm, but it still probably did a pretty good amount of damage. And I'm going to walk about here and document what happened to the house, what happened in the neighborhood. First, I want to show you this tree that belongs to a neighbor across the street. This thing has been leaning like that for the past 10 years. Didn't come down at Katrina, didn't come down again. If you look down the street, you'll see a pretty good amount of debris in both directions. But let me tell you, this is nothing like Katrina. Katrina, it was probably 2 or 3 feet high. Here's the front of our house, and as you can see, lots of little small branches down. You can also see, looking at the ditch, there's still some water in it, but this was not a big rainmaker for us. Other areas are having problems with flooding and whatever, but not us. We had a situation that the rain never got much more than a little heavy downpour, and we didn't have many more rain than we get from a normal thunderstorm. Anyway, let's walk about. You can see our front driveway. Everything always builds up. It blows into the front of the garage door. Here's a side yard. Again, multiple branches down all over the place. You can see the neighbors, they got a lot of stuff down. Go through the front yard here and over to the side. I haven't been over there yet to see what happened. As you can see, we've huddled all the plants and chairs in the front up under the front porch. Looks like some pretty substantial branches here. And we're going to have a lot of fun for the next several weeks picking up all this stuff. Hopefully 6 months from now or so, maybe more, less time than that, when I come over here, you'll see a portable home generator sitting right there. Been debating buying one for a long time, and since we're out of power right now, it certainly would have been nice to have. We were fortunate. We kept power through the entire first probably 36 hours of the storm, but then about 8:30 last night it went out on us, and there's no telling when we're going to get it back. What we do have going for us is that we're on the same grid as the Mandeville Police Department, and after Katrina we were one of the first to get power back. Let's go around to the other side of the house. Yeah, we'll be raking and stuffing contractor bags for quite a while here. I didn't lose the tree in Katrina, and this wasn't big enough to knock a full tree down, but I had a couple of trees that were they were dying actually, and this finished them off. In fact, tops of them came off with the first gust. Here's the side yard. Lots of standing water. I have a drain here, but apparently the retention pond is full enough that we can't drain. Go around the perimeter of the yard first. I secured all the trash cans or whatever to the fence, so they're still here. But as you can see, we got debris down every place. Come back here to the pond, and we're going to be picking up branches here for a while. But yeah, see, the pond itself is not even up to the not even over the banks, and we've had thunderstorms that brought the water clear up to the fence line here. Now this is the biggest part of damage that I've sustained. A large top of one of these trees, and this is a live tree, this isn't even one of the dead trees, has done a crunch number on my fence. But I think that's easy enough to replace. You just buy another section of the fence, take this one out, put that one in. Or I guess a better man than me might be able to take that apart and straighten it, but I'll just buy another section of fence. Let's come around here and see. Yeah, debris down all over, and what's going to happen is I'm just going to toss a bunch of stuff back into this part of my yard that I don't use and gradually move it out of here, a little at a time probably. my neighbor's backyard. He doesn't believe in cutting grass and whatever back there. So you can't tell if it's after effects of the storm or what, but that's the way his thing looks most of the time. His yard looks most of the time. Side yard of the house again. I don't see anything on the roof. What I do see on the roof that's encouraging is just recently I had these little black covers put on all these vents because the squirrels had a tendency to eat the other ones, and looks like all these things remained intact. The storm didn't blow them away, which is interesting because they're being held on by just a single little roofing nail. Alright, let me get back around and go into the backyard itself. Yeah, I'm sure we had 5 or 6 inches of rain, but it was over 36 hours, and as I said, you'll see all these standing puddles here. Alright, so let's get into the backyard to see how bad things are here. See, it's piled up pretty good. This is one of the trees I mentioned that was already dying, and you can see the top part of it came off. Here's the second one right here, and a larger chunk of it came off. But this large oak tree that survived Katrina had no problems. It was barely moving in the storm. Here's a large pine tree that always concerns me, but again, it was barely moving in the wind that we had with this one. If I had the bucks, I would take down most of these trees, but here's where the bulk of our debris normally gathers, even from a thunderstorm, because of the L shape of the house gathers it all in. So you can see large branches fell. When pine cones fall on this deck, it makes a loud noise. When a branch that size falls, it makes a big time noise. And again, here's these tops that came down early on, like the first little gust of wind on Tuesday night. We heard the crunch and these came down. Here's the other view of the big one that crunched the fence. So as you can see, we've got a lot of work ahead of us, but I guess it could have been worse. We're still without power, but we were, as I mentioned before, probably we were one of the lucky ones. We had power throughout the storm, didn't lose it till 8:30 last night. So there we go. I'll probably post this on YouTube or something, give everybody a link to it. People have been asking about me, and I certainly appreciate it. We're doing fine. We're in the cleanup mode. My biggest trick now is trying to get the garage door open because the little pull-down strap just broke. But you can hear generators running in the neighborhood on a regular basis. We're going to borrow one from next door and contribute to that noise. So anyway, that's a wrap up. That's Hurricane Isaac, August 28th through 30th, 2012. And that's a wrap.